Hey, y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up? This is your girl, Deborah Franklin. I just wanted to introduce, well, I hope everybody know who I am, but just in case you missed it, I am Deborah Franklin. I work with high achieving Christian women to tell their stories to increase their VIP status. And what that VIP stands for is visibility, influence, and profits. So today is Tuesday, Tip Tuesday. And in that tip, want to talk about boundaries. And so many times as entrepreneurs, whether you're just starting out, whether you've been in business for a long time, we have to learn to set boundaries. And boundaries help you be able to not get burnt out, not get frustrated with people, being able to not be able to finish something. So when you have those boundaries, and one thing that I had to do, and when I tell you it's been hard, and that is to set the boundaries of, how can I say this? To set that boundary of my time. Um, um, and so, all right, you ready? I like it. Okay, but I don't see your name. Hey, Queen. Hey. I reached out several entrepreneurs about the group today. Awesome! Love it. Yes, boundaries. Yes, boundaries. Please tell me who you are because all I see is Facebook's user. So when we look at boundaries, I'm going to tell you some things, and you might think that one of my biggest boundaries is that I don't allow people to have my main phone number. Not everybody has that because they don't know when to, how can I say this, when to call and when not to call. And I'm not able to turn my business off and on. So when you say office hours, if you have your own separate business number and that's the number that they're calling you on and you stick to it, then you have business hours. You don't have, you're able to, how can I say this, you're able to enforce your business hours more more than more than if they got, everybody got your personal number. And so when you have that second number, there's two ways you can do that. And I'm gonna probably give you more than one tip tonight. When there's one way you can get the Google Voice number. I like it and I don't like it because it's just not as personable as having that other line. Or you can look at your carrier and see how much it would be just to get another phone. Now, what I do with that is that I don't get one that the one, my business line is not a smartphone. It doesn't have all the bells and whistles. That phone, I just needed to take messages. I need to be able to call out on it. I need to be able to access certain things because that is what the business line. Now, also that business line, for those of you that are podcasters and those of you that are doing live events, you can also use that business line as your call-in number for your show. I used to do it and it worked out really well. And oh, hey Jenny, what's up? I'm still in I'm still in corporate America, and those boundaries do get pushed. Absolutely. So that, and okay, so I'm a dualpreneur too. So even though I have my own business, y'all know I teach by day. So I can't have people calling me all day long. And if you got my personal number, and especially now that my mother is with me, if I see that number, I'm answering immediately. And then I'm like, somebody did get my number that wasn't supposed to have it. And I was like, wait a minute, why are you calling me? So I had to let the other people know. And y'all, it's okay to tell somebody not to give your number out. It is, because it's okay, because those are those boundaries that you set for yourself. You have to uh you have to make sure that you are setting the boundary that you need for yourself, because if you don't, people will take advantage of having that direct access. And sometimes when people have direct access to you, they begin to think that they can call you at any time, they can show up at any time, they expect you to answer immediately. And then that one time that you don't answer immediately, they were like, why you didn't answer my call, why you didn't answer my text, why didn't you do that? Because you didn't set your boundaries. You can't get mad when somebody crosses over your boundaries when you didn't set them. And there is also a way to share that information in love, like, hey, please don't give out my personal number to anyone. This is for you only. If don't put me in a text group with my personal number. Don't, and if you don't want to be in those text groups, then tell them don't put it in there. So I had another situation where I was asked to be in a text group and I couldn't do it. It's downright ridiculous. Those boundless challenge the demons of many. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And so many times I was like, because this particular app is what I use for my a different part of my business. So I can't be in too many things at one time because then you got notifications going off. You don't want to have to deal with notifications all day. So set those boundaries again with something as simple with getting those two numbers or that one, or you could do like an online. You can also do those online platforms that will answer your calls for you. So you can set you have to think about what your boundaries. Another thing that I have been taught, that I was taught, and I really do appreciate, is have office hours. You might think, okay, so I can use me again. At the end of the day, we know during the school year, I don't that first part of the day I don't have. But if I know I got, let's say 30, 45, if I know if I can take 30, 45 minutes, usually my lunch, I'll have a time. You might be able to get a 12 o'clock with me because that's my lunchtime, or my 1 o'clock with me because that's my lunchtime. And I can do that. I can do maybe what, two or three calls within my lunchtime if I schedule it just right. So, but then the majority of my time, my availability time to take calls, to do intakes, to launch projects is in the afternoon or the evening. So that's where I can do that. And I'm being and I'm just want you to think about how you set those boundaries. So if you say your office hours are, let's say, from 1 to 1:30, and then again from, let's say, 4:30 to 7:30 or 4:30 to 8, then those are your boundaries. And when you look at it from that perspective, then you get people used to what you're doing. And then when you're able, like during spring break or during the summer, my office hours change because I'm available to have those morning meetings, those morning calls, those morning things. Now, for my international clients, do I get up a little early for them? Yeah, I like that because I can get up at 5:30 and have a meeting with them. So my international clients, I can do from 5:30 to 6:30, because 5:30, 6:30, and sometimes even 7, because I know that I can't leave. If I leave my house, I have to, well, no, 6:30 to 6:45, because I know I have to be out of my house by 7. Again, set your boundaries. Look at your schedule. Know when you are comfortable with doing that. And that way, again, you're building your business on integrity, and you're building your business on trust. And then don't be late, because if you set the boundaries, you set the time, then that's what you have to do. Now, another boundary uh that some people cross is that I just had this conversation with one of my board members today, because we are givers. We like to give everybody everything. We want to make sure that everybody can be involved, that everybody can show up, and that everybody can be able to do this. And so when we do that, we tend to cut ourselves out. Guys, one of your boundaries, your price is your price and your time is your time. When you hold on to that, then you will start seeing that increase in that bottom line. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Is it easy? Absolutely not. Are you gonna be hurting and cringing on the inside? And you're gonna be like, oh my God, I really, 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 really want to help them. I really, really, really want to do this. But you can't, because you had to set your boundaries, because you have goals that you need to reach. You have certain situations that you need to be able to handle. You need to be able to do certain things, and you cannot do them if you're not operating in those boundaries. Just like we say we have boundaries for relationships, boundaries for our friendships, we have to also look at it that we have to have boundaries in our businesses. Going in, you know that Church Girl CEO is a Christian organization, and we have fun. We do a lot of things, but there are certain things that we just aren't going to promote. We're not going to promote certain industries. You know that going in. We're not going to promote certain doctors. You know that going in. So those are boundaries that we set. So again, even we have to do those things. Okay, let me just be fun. Let me just throw this in here. Even when we look at the Proverbs 31 woman, those were boundaries, those were rules that she was trying to teach. That mother was trying to teach her son about who he should be with, especially since he is a king. So if you are a queen and you are a king of your business, of your community, what boundaries are you going to set? Because see, kings and queens only don't accept anything in their space. They don't accept anyone talking to them any kind of way. They don't accept certain situations that happen around them. They have boundaries. Like you not, it just is what it is. And I always tell this: what one thing you're not gonna do is talk crazy to me and treat me any kind of way. And there's some other little things that I might say about, but those are the two we're gonna use for tonight. So, what I want you to do after you get off of here, I want you to really sit down and write out what are your boundaries? What can you do to make yourself and your time be more efficient? What can you do that can make you be more efficient, more how can I say more available, or be able to have your creativity flowing? Because one thing that I shared that I've said before is like I can tell when I have not set proper boundaries. My creativity is off. I'm tired. I just have not, taken care of me. And when my body shuts completely down, oh y'all, that is not pretty. And so that's when I really knew I had to start to set those boundaries and be intentional about those boundaries and be okay with telling somebody like this is I can't I don't operate like that. Now, have I done projects where I have kind of let the boundaries be loose? Yes. And when I've done that, I have regretted it. And so um I've learned a couple valuable lessons just recently that my boundaries help me keep my peace. My boundaries help me be able to produce what I need to produce and how I need to produce it. My boundaries help me to be able to share and be able to minister in a way that I couldn't before because I'm able to hear more, I'm able to see more. And that's what you have to think about when you set those boundaries. So guys, if you would like some more information on how to set your boundaries, how to um how to put things in perspective, how to set your time up, how to do your schedule. Because most people know that I keep that calendar, my wall calendar's right here, and then I have another one that has the whole year review on the other side. So I can easily, that's just like one of my giftings on how to space things out and how to get things together. So that's one thing that I do. And I will be sharing more about what I do. Yep, get ready for it at the round table. So if you have not signed up already for the Amplify Your Gift at the round table, I need you to do that today. Now, this is the caveat. A lot of people don't know. Y'all, it's free. You get to pay what you want. So whatever it's not really free. It's pay what you want. Whatever you want to pay, you pay to come to the meeting at the round table. It's going to be virtual. It starts at 9 a.m. Um anybody that pays over $25 will get the replay for free. But I just want to tell you that you are anybody that pays $25 or more will get the replay. So that's some of the things that we're going to be doing with that. But I want you to register because this is something I don't want you to miss out on because it is a meeting at the round table. We have gathered people that are that specialize in that are leaders in their field in different specialties, whether it's mindset, whether it's writing. You want to write a book, but you just don't know where to start. You don't, we'll have a publisher on there. We'll have a writing coach on there. We'll talk about how to amplify your voice in the media. We'll talk about your mindset. There are so many different things that we're going to be talking about at that round table that you do not want to miss out. It is going to be May 27th at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, it's 9 a.m., but I promise you it won't be all day. It's going to be your workshop. We're going to be together probably a good 90 minutes. Y'all, I'm trying to tell you, this is gonna be rocking and rolling. We're gonna be in and out. We're gonna hit it, because we got it small enough, we have it intimate enough that whatever questions you have, you're able to ask them. You'll be able to oh yes, the clocks are up here too. Okay, so people that know me know what I did is that I started because okay, so I'm really visual. And I believe that God was going to make me an international speaker, international international coach. And what I did is that I started buying, I bought clocks for every area that I had a client. So I have specific time, Central Time, East Coast time, Nigerian time, Kenyan time, and London time. I have clients in all those areas. So every time I get another area, I put a clock because you got to know what time it is in these other places. Because again, when you set your boundaries, you got to know what time it is. You got to know how to handle things. And so that's another thing. We will definitely be discussing that at the round table of how do you amplify your voice in the marketplace? How do you amplify your voice to the people that need to hear? How do you get it out there? And just so you know, go ahead and check this out, and I'll be right back after this message. Hey, yes, yes, yes. I need to see you at the round table. Yes, I totally get it. I can't do the math either. That's why I had to get the clocks. So now that we have Church Girl CEOs that I have identified and spoken to in France and in Germany, I got to get a Germany and France clock now. So it's like I totally get it. That math and trying to figure out these time zones, baby. When I tell you that is a challenge from everywhere. And then the biggest challenge is when our time changes and their time stays the same. So because somebody's like, wait a minute, I know the time change. I said, I know, right? So yes, doing that math with time is, oh my God, it's a piece of work. It's a piece of work. So yes, I totally get it. So guys, again, I hope to see you guys at the round table. I'm so excited about it. I can't wait for you to join us on May 27th. That is next Saturday. That is next Saturday at 9 a.m. We're going to be live. We're going to be doing it on, we're doing a webinar. So it will be intimate. And if you are with us live, you'll be able to, we are going to answer all of your questions pertaining to your business. And if we don't have the answer, we will get the answer. So I need you to register today. Register today. Get your friends to register. Get your cousin them to register. I don't care who you got to get to register. Get them to register today. And I got some other big news, but tune in tomorrow for that. We got some big news that's we gonna. We might drop it tomorrow, and then we might drop it Saturday, and then I might drop it Friday. I don't know. So all I know is you need to turn your notifications on. So when you see me come on, you got to know it's get something getting ready to be fire, and we getting ready to drop it. Well, all right, guys, I love you to life, and ain't nothing you can do about it. Y'all have a great evening. Make sure to like and share and like, and most of all, pray for yourself. Be intentional about what you pray, and share with a friend, and tell them the same thing. All right, guys. Thank you. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you. Y'all have a great evening. Yeah, y'all have a good evening because I think it's time for us to shut it on down. Y'all have a good one. Peace.